When I was 9, I was walking with my family. We were going around a lake, and then I think they maybe got to the beach part, and I couldn't keep up. And I realized, I think, for the first time that I had always been kind of falling behind and not even really realizing it. There was enough going on in my life as a kid that I didn't feel the sting of falling behind, but the pattern that it caused in me that carried into adulthood had the sting. My name is Ruth. I live in Wheaton, Illinois, and I've lived there for about 37 years. I've been married to Chris for 45, and we are happily married now. We have 3 children, all married, and 7 grandchildren. And Chris is retired, and we're having a pretty quiet, nice life. What I did in the marriage, I think, was I let Chris lead. Whether he wanted to lead or realized he was leading, I was following his lead. And the few times that I really put down my foot, I don't think he was very happy about. So I grew a big core of anger. In all my years of looking for, God, what is it you want me to be doing? Do I just raise children so that they can raise children so that they can is there more for me? And the more for me was doing art therapy with other people, because it changed my life so much, just taking the classes to learn how to use it. When you do something in art therapy, you're thinking about what's going on inside, and then you're making a piece of art about it. And the making is what's important. And when you're at Crucible and you're putting yourself in the situation about what's going on inside, and then you're doing things to feel it and then to make a change in it. They both function the same to my mind. They both are taking something from the inside of you and putting it outside of you so that you can look at it and realize that it's there and make some changes. When Chris went to the weekend, he came back changed. He visually looked different, he acted different, and he took a different course in his life. I kind of went because Crucible was now open to women, and I wanted to be on a more level playing field in terms of terminology and experience. Felt like I knew a lot, but there was a lot that he hadn't told me too, and I hadn't experienced it as a participant. Well, I was a little scared, but I figured if anything happened, it was going to be good. And I figured something would happen, but everything had been incremental steps, so I wasn't expecting anything particularly big. But as I look back on it now, I think it was. And maybe it was the culmination of all that time and all that work, or maybe it was really something new and different. I think doing the Crucible weekend gave me the opportunity, but also permission to go follow this path of speaking my piece, having my voice, taking up my own space, and being as tall as anybody else. And so, although doing the weekend was part of a long continuum, which probably isn't finished, it was a crucial piece to get me up to the next height, metaphorically and maybe spiritually, to get up to the height that maybe God meant for me to have all along. And I think I'm happier because of it. I really do.